Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to match day number 2 of the Pari Premier Cup. We had Zenit St. Petersburg versus Red Star Belgrade. This was a very, very special match, not just for football, but for our Russian and Serbian brothers. Red Star Belgrade, I don't really know the pronunciation in Russian, so I will try my best to say the Russian way or the Serbian way. So, if there are any Russians or Serbians that are watching this video, please help me out if you can with the pronunciation. I'm still learning. Uh, and for those who are new to this channel, I may have already told you that I'm trying my best to learn some Russian. Every day I learn some new Russian words, and Russian language is a language that I really want to learn, and the only language that ever since I was young, I always wanted to learn this beautiful, beautiful language and learn about the beautiful country of Russia. And I, from a young age, fell in love with this beautiful country, and that's where my destiny lies, and that's where my heart belongs to, and that is to Russia. So, um, Red Star Belgrade is indeed a Serbian club, very very famous, very well respected in Serbia, and it is a club with great respect, great fan base as well. They have one of the most loyalist fan base that I've personally seen, and a lot of people sleep on this club. So before I even talk about the game and talk about how much this match meant to, and I think a lot of the people from the outside may have overlooked this match and how important this match was and how special this match was. Um, this club has, like I said before, have some of the most loyalist fans that I've ever seen. They're very overlooked at, and not a lot of people understand, except Russians and Serbians. Don't Except them, a lot of us don't even understand how important and how special uh, this match was, and all the following matches between Russian clubs and Serbian clubs, how special they are. So let me get into it. It was really, I mean, to even begin with, I say like the word I use often is excitement and fun, and that match was exactly what I predicted and what I'm saying at the moment. It was just such a fun match, such excitement. But after all of that, not just normal football feelings, but it felt a very special type of feeling, a special type of vibration in that match. For those who don't know, I know Serbians at the moment, if you look at the politics side, yes, the politicians in Serbia, they don't support Russia. They are supporting highly the NATO countries, and that's really really unfortunate. But 95%, and I'm really really sure because I've spoken to my fellow Russian comrades, and also on the other side I've also spoken to a few Serbian comrades as well, and they said and they showed how much love they have for each other. Serbians and Russians have they consider themselves like brothers, and it's really special. And because of this research that I personally made myself, because when I was doing my research about Russia, I came to find out that Russians and Serbians, for each other, they have the greatest amount of respect. There's no issues, there is no hard feelings. They're just, if Russian had to choose any country to be their neighbors, their brothers, and take them in, it would be Serbians. That would be their number one choice. So Serbians for them, and and then vice versa for Russians, and then for Serbians. It's such a special bond they have, and then I personally also fell in love with Serbia myself because of I'm in love with Russia at the moment. So then, because Russians love Serbian, so then naturally I fell in love with Serbian myself. So I didn't want to include politics too much in this video, since I focus mostly on football. But I really wanted to emphasize and just dig that passion and just explain how much and how strong this bond between Russians and Serbians is. It's a very special bond. Of course, there's a lot of countries that have special bonds, but I mean, regarding for myself, Russians and Serbians have just a special bond that I find so special. I'm so intrigued by it. I'm just so I would love to be involved one day and just be on the like kind of on the front line. I'm not talking about the war, but just see the love and the strength of the brotherhood firsthand with my own eyes, and I really hope that one day I can experience it myself, and I also hope that very soon I move to Russia, and I would love to establish my life there. So enough with the personal talk, and I really hope that you enjoyed this talk, because I really want to get sometimes I want to get a little personal there and just tell you guys about myself a bit and how do I feel, even though I feel like sometimes it can be controversial. And I know the especially the Ukrainians, I know they're all gonna come, they're just like, oh, Slava Ukraini, and they're all gonna come after me and just trying to cancel me. Just that's how it's happening, but that's unfortunate. But what is it? I'm ready for the consequences. But let me tell you one thing, and it should be clear for everybody. I am a very loyal supporter to Russia. I will never switch on Russia, regardless. I am actually more loyal to Russia than I am to Canada, my own country. I'm born and raised in Canada, yet I'm more loyal to Russia, and I've never been to Russia. Let me tell you that. I have never been to Russia. I've never set foot. Yet I'm ready to if Canada gave me a choice between giving up and giving up my Canadian passport and taking a Russian one, I would do anything to give up my Canadian passport and take a Russian one. No hesitation, no second thoughts here. So let me get into the match. That got a little I would say personal and not with football related. So here I go. That was a special match. Serbians and Russians together, special feeling, special match, and the match itself was so entertaining. Both teams were so good, especially even Red Star, Belgrade. They were so good themselves. Like they gave us a lot of pressure. It was just so enjoyable to watch. And man of the match, it was Dmitry Vasiliev. It was our player, our youngster. But I personally feel like it should have been the goalkeeper of Belgrade, because this lad gave us such a hard time, and we lost the match, by the way. Huh? I forgot to say the score. We lost 2-1. But the match was so tight. It was a really tight match, and we had a lot of lost opportunities, a lot of lost chances. Maybe at times I felt like we were a little lazy on offense, and we didn't create enough chances. But Red Star Belgrade's defense and then their defenders were just so good on on building a good wall, and just being very smart with their plays, and they made our job very difficult for 90 minutes. And yeah, we just could not break through. And then at the end, I think it was Andrei Mostavoy with the header, and the goalkeeper was just too good. Like Belgrade's goalkeeper is just amazing. Just he saved everything. There were just one goal by none other than Queiroz and Dmitry Vasiliev, yeah. He made a beautiful pass to Queiroz, who scored his first goal. It's an unofficial goal, since of course, it's a tournament. It's basically a friendly tournament, so it doesn't really mean anything. So it's not an official goal, but he already has scored for Zenit, so I would say officially as a Zenit player, but not really official goal when it comes to tournaments and season wise. But he will score. Like I feel like even on the first, when the first game of the season will come by, Duquesne is going to be on the board. Like, it's not going to take him a long time to score. He's just so talented. And yesterday, he was so quick. He was so agile. He was scanning the field. He's going to be one hell of a player. He's so talented. And what a signing it is. Like, I'm just so happy to have him. And also Dmitry Vasiliev. Oh, Dmitry Vasiliev. Oh, what a player! What a player! Like I can't even say any words about him. He's such a good player, so much potential. Of course, he's not a star player at the moment, but he's a player that will be for with Zenit, and he will be part of this long-term project for many years to come. He is so young. I think he's like 19 years old, such a young lad, yet with so much com composition. He's so poised. He has so much pace, and he made that beautiful assist to Queiroz, and that was our only goal of the match, and such a beautiful goal. Like both Vasiliev and Queiroz, that connection was special since, of course, it's a newer connection since Queiroz, we just signed him recently, and then Vasiliev, he's a player of our academy, uh, and he also made his debut with Zenit not long ago, so it was a special connection, and we could see a deal, and then alongside with a few more players like guys like Mantuan, Malcolm, Claudinho, of course, our veterans. But now we have more power to our squad with Vasiliev and Duqueros. And I also want to end this video with two other players that also made their debuts with us. Alexander Kovalenka and Danila Kozlov. Oh my days. Also them, especially Kovalenka. We also just signed him a few days ago. He already made such a remarkable impact. Of course, he didn't have any goals. He didn't have any flashy plays. But for me, what's important is a system. Is how does he adapt to the system? And I feel the confidence right away. Now with Danila Kozlov, I haven't like he came in very late, so he came around I think the 70th minute or the 80th minute if I'm not wrong. So of course, with him he hadn't had much time to make an impact, and he was kind of a little quiet on the field. I'm not gonna lie. But Kozlov is also very very young. He's 18 years old, and he's also I think an academy player, from our very own. So he's our very own player, born and raised, and it's gonna be special. We have a very special squad, and now I feel a special type of connection to the squad. Of course, last year that's a really good squad last year we got. Last season, I mean, we are champions of Russia, so that's a very special squad. Of course, it's not that easy. We have a good squad, but I feel like this squad is gonna be even better. Now we have younger guys, we have guys who are hungry, we have guys who are ready to play, and they're just hungry for minutes, hungry for goals, and we have such young lads. Dmitry Vasiliev, he's 19 years old. Alexander Kovalenka, he's 19, and Danila Kozlov, he's also 18, and then Duqueros, I think he's in his like he's also in his like I think he's early 20s, like he's like maybe 20, 21, or he could be younger. Maybe I haven't been able to check his age, but he's also very, very, very young. And then we have another Brazilian player coming in who will be joining us around I think January, February, so in the middle of of next season, and Pedro, and he's gonna be turning 18 very, very soon, and the squad is just very, very young. And then guys like Mantuan is still in his 20s, like very mid 20s, like he's at 24, 25-ish. And we have a very young squad. And then we have our goalkeeping, of course. Kirjakov, he's very, very much older. He's 36 now, and at the end of his contract he'll be 38. But I still feel like he has very limited years. Maybe he has like maybe maximum 4 to 5 years. And then Alexander Vazuitin, who played the second half in this match, he did not bad, And unfortunately, we gave away a rubbish penalty. That was the second goal. The first goal, I mean, that couldn't have been stopped. It was just a very beautiful goal by their player. But that second goal on that penalty, that was just difficult to stop. And Vazuitin just tried his best. He had the right mentality. Just, of course, the penalty, once again, I always say it's a 50-50. Either you get it or not. Of course, it requires skills. Some goalkeepers are better than the others in penalties, but it still comes back to a 50-50, and it cannot be like, how do we say? It cannot be predicted. It's just you just have to go one way or the other, and you gotta hope that God's plan is with you, and you just hope that the other player has some sort of bad luck to his foot or the ball. And if you go the wrong way, then you just hope that the bar saves the ball for you, or the ball goes outside of the play. And yeah, that's it. That's why it was not Vazuktin's fault. So it was indeed a very, very fun match. And also, yeah, I was talking about the goalkeeping. And then in goalkeeping, we have Nikita Goyla, and then we have Daniel Adoevsky, who we signed him for, for a few years. Like, we signed him until 2027. And then we have a few goalkeepers who are very, very young, who are, who are 17, 18, 19 years old, around this age. So very, very young. So I'm not really worried about the squad. We have a very, very young squad, and I see the future already. That's why I'm so excited. I'm not stressed at all. Like a lot of the teams, they're older, and of course, like, their team at the moment is really strong. They have a very strong squad, but their future looks dead. A lot of teams, it happens. Every club goes through that. But at the moment, Zenit's future is in great hands. I'm not stressed. So, spasiba for your time. Spasiba for giving me your time. Spasiba for watching my video. I want to wish all of you a good day, and see you all at the next match. I think next match we're playing against Fenerbahce, a club from Turkey. It'll be a very, very good match. We beat them last time, but this time, we never know what Fenerbahce has for us. We just have to play our game and give our guys like Vasiliev, Kovalenka, and Kozlov some more game time, and also Queiroz too. He's a really brilliant player, and we'll see. I think it's going to be a good match with Fenerbahce. So see you guys at the match day number 3. So once again, spasiba. I hope all of you, and I want to wish you all for a good day. Slava Zeniet. Spasiba. Have a great day. Have a great night. Bye bye, everyone.